learning. Despite this different attitude, however, there is still some degree of despondency associated with death. All humans have an aversion towards death. This aversion is biologically hardwired into the limbic system, and it motivates humans to survive and preserve their own life. Humans are also biologically social creatures, so the capacity to love or feel affection for one another is inherent in all human beings. This capacity creates the fear of losing the life of a loved one and the feelings of grief when that person's life ends. Buddhists are no different. They consider life to be precious and are not immune to the distress associated with death. In fact, many arhats mourned the death of Buddha despite their understanding of the impermanence of life. Many Buddhist monks and nuns stood by and wept as Thich Quang Duc self-immolated himself during the Vietnam War. Because of the power of death has on the human mind and the emotional repercussions, only disciples in the proper mental states are allowed to participate in corpse meditation. When Buddhists do practice corpse meditation, they do so to comprehend the notion of the impermanence of life and to overcome the mental barriers that stem from the ignorance of this notion. As I stated earlier, the Samatha Kamathana suggests that the 10 objects of Asubha be used when meditating on the notion of impermanence and related topics. These objects involve corpses in various disturbing states. To help the Buddhists concentrate and visualize these corpses, they may surround themselves with pictures of corpses and even meditate near them. In fact, samurai warriors used to meditate in graveyards in order to completely surround themselves with the notion of death. Buddhist monks also sometimes use a display of corpses in their temple while meditating. These corpses could be intact, surgically dismembered, mangled, and/or decomposed. Once the focus on corpses is mastered, the person meditating is supposed to imagine themselves as a corpse and reflect on these visualizations. This may involve imagining their bodies being stiff, rotten, mangled, broken, charred, or decomposed. By visually associating their body with the corpses, the meditator will develop an awareness of their own mortality and contemplate the impermanence of all life. This notion of impermanence holds that all existence is in a constant state of unrest. Life is part of existence and is therefore also in a constant state of unrest. Humans are constantly being born, aging, and dying. Life is never stable. The Buddha once said, "Whatever is impermanent is suffering." Thus, the various objects of Asubha are used to facilitate this understanding. The swollen corpse exhibits the impermanent shape of the body. The bluish corpse exhibits the impermanent color of the skin. The festering corpse exhibits the stink contained within the body. The fissured corpse exhibits the emptiness within the body. The gnawed corpse exhibits the impermanence of the distinct outlines of the body. The scattered corpse exhibits how the body can be dismembered into limbs. The hacked corpse exhibits how the basic build of the body can be distorted or destroyed. The bloody corpse exhibits the foulness of a body covered in its own fluid. The worm-eaten corpse expresses the idea that the body does not belong to the person. It can also belong to the worms. The skeleton exhibits the hideous layout of the bones in the body. Although the inevitability and acceptance of death is an abundantly clear theme in corpse meditation, there are certain mental defilements that corpse meditation specifically helps to combat. Since the vijnana perceives its existence through sensual desires and its corresponding conscious components, it must relinquish them in order to ascend to the next level of meditation, and ultimately enlightenment and nirvana. For those who are suffering from mental defilements such as lust and greed, corpse meditation is an ideal treatment in the Buddhist tradition. Those suffering from lust are instructed to contemplate the foulness of the body through corpse meditation. In doing so, they realize that the body is neither beautiful nor ugly. It is impermanent in the way they perceive it. Those suffering from greed are instructed to realize the mortality of all life through corpse meditation. In doing so, they realize that no matter how much they attain, it means nothing in the end. This practice may seem odd or even troubling to Western nations because of its methods. It can be disturbing, even to the Buddhists who practice it. But corpse meditation is part of the Buddhist tradition that helps to form the basis of much of Buddhist thought.